Hi and welcome to my channel. This is Reviews with Ryan. Today I'm going to be reviewing a movie called The Mauritanian. This movie just came out last weekend in limited theaters and it's supposed to go wide this weekend. The movie is about Mohamedou Selhi. That name is tricky. And basically he was detained by the U.S. government in Guantanamo Bay and kept in prison for years. The film stars Jodie Foster, Shailene Woodley, and also Benedict Cumberbatch. So, seeing this trailer, I kind of was not the most gung-ho about this movie. I didn't know this one was directed by Kevin MacDonald, and looking up some of his films that he's directed films like The Eagle, which I kind of liked, but he also directed a film back in 2008 called State of Play that was kind of a court case type of film as well, which I didn't like that film at all, which is interesting because after seeing this movie, I felt a similarity with that, or a connection with that movie, and didn't know that he made that. But with this film, it's very slow pace. There's not a lot of action. There's a lot of repetitive kind of scenes. Jodie Foster does pretty well in this film. Shailene Woodley, her character really isn't much at all. She's really not much in the film, really that much. Benedict Cumberbatch is all right. I mean, I've seen better films with him in it, of course. But the film, it drags on. It's 129 minutes, which is really long. And I just don't feel like throughout this movie there's a lot of interesting things that happen. In the end, it's kind of like a really sudden wrap up, and I didn't like that about it. I also felt really bored on this type of movie. I wasn't the only one in the theater, and I kind of wanted to play with my phone and stuff, but honestly I did not do that, but I wanted to, just because this film just kind of was really slow and kind of boring. And I could see why this film has not even made that much money. They didn't market it very well. It didn't even finish in the top 10 in this past weekend's box office, which is pretty bad. And anybody I've talked to about this movie, they didn't even know it even exists. So I feel like a lot of people didn't even know that this movie was even coming out. But I didn't really enjoy the movie. There's not really a lot to say about this movie, other than, the few good performances that are from a couple of the characters. But it's a pretty bland film. I'm going to give this film 2 stars out of 5. I definitely wouldn't watch this movie again. It wasn't very interesting, like I said. But if you must see it, I would wait till Redbox. I wouldn't rush out to the theater. I don't see that this will be a film that people will rush out and see anyway. But with the lack of films coming out, it may just stay in theaters anyway. But that's my review for this one. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And you guys have a good night.